So it's day 252 of Hey, What Are You Doing Today? And just just had a really, for lack of a better word, amazing experience. Um, just a very cleansing kind of experience. The last couple of days, I've been getting information from uh, two different sources, and I haven't really researched too much who these sources are. Um, but it's a very unique and interesting kind of information, and they're both saying almost exactly the same thing. Uh, One is talking a little bit more in a Christian light, and the other one is talking more in a spiritual light. But ultimately, they're saying almost the exact same thing. And when I initially came across this information, I was kind of under the impression it was kind of anti what I'm trying to do. Not anti, but it just I was trying to figure out what purpose it served and what this journey, what the initial outset of this journey, why do I need this information? And it's kind of, when I say anti, I guess it's kind of against the grain of what I'm trying to do. The initial perspective was to better myself, to strengthen myself, to become more successful, to become a more powerful person, to become a more intelligent person. Elements as far as that goes, and then this new information that I'm coming across is teaching me or informing me on how to live outside of the ego, how to eliminate the ego, how to recognize that the ego is not who I am, that the ego is almost everything I want to eliminate and what I want to overcome. It's the for lack of a better word, it's the object of overcoming. Both of these outlets have spoken about the idea that we're all one of the same energy, and just that energy chooses to take on different structures, different forms, to kind of experience itself. And it's a great thought, great concept, beautiful concept, and it talks about too, the peacefulness in a plant or a tree, and how a tree is just life and form. It has no expectations. It has no judgment. It has no communication, no anything. It just is. It just is life in a form. Uh, and in its tranquility, in its solitude, in its silence, is the beauty and the power of something that I referred to, that had come to me. I believe it's the same thing because it's the same feeling, and I referred to it as the Holy Spirit because I didn't have a word for it. And now that I think about it, the Tao is the thing that can't be named. Um, maybe it's Tao, maybe it's all the same thing. It's just that energy. But there is, this is probably the deepest I've ever witnessed it. This force, and the only way that really I know how to describe it would be is just to say it's a bliss in its purest form. I mean, it's just such a powerful energy. It's almost like flying, almost like total weightlessness. It's but an elation, and it's just a very powerful thing. But it was intriguing because I went out. I'd mentioned that sometimes listening to music with the 528 hertz kind of creates this sense. I've been in situations where I was feeling stressed or in a negative kind of mood, and I would put headphones on and find something that resonated at 528 hertz, and kind of walk around, and it created an energy, and it picked an energy up that got me to overcome that feeling. But today I decided to incorporate in my meditation. I was listening to a 528 frequency, and I was staring at a tree. As silly as this sounds to anybody that that hasn't experienced this, but I was staring at a tree and just really thinking about its quietness, its peacefulness, the fact that it is just there living, that doesn't need anything, doesn't want anything, doesn't have any concept of how long it's been there, doesn't have any concept of how long it's going to be there, isn't angry at anything, has no, as far as I know, no emotions of any kind. It just is. It's just life encapsulated in a form. And as I'm looking at that form, I'm looking at the branches, all the small branches, and I'm thinking, it's almost kind of the way this journey has been, as each little thought, each little avenue of knowledge that I've come across is kind of branched out and pieced out, in smaller and smaller entities as it's gone out. And I'm looking at that, and I'm recognizing almost like the synapse of the brain, it represented in the tree branches, just kind of that path that as it goes across. And meanwhile, in the background, there's traffic is going by, and I start thinking about, I can see the people in the cars as they go by. No one seems to notice me, and I'm thinking each one of these people has their own life, their own stories. And I went through this a week or so ago, when I experienced empathy, really experienced empathy on a deep level for the first time, and here, looking at all these people and recognizing that in some way we are all part of the same shared energy, just in different forms, and thinking about the things that I've been listening to on that subject, and how, every element, I can't judge it as really positive or negative, because every element is kind of a component in the overcoming. If someone is rude or not quite what I would expect of a person, or whatever the case might be, I can't really be judgmental about it. I just have to accept that that's just part of what we have to go through to overcome to the next level. And I don't even know what that means. However, this feeling that I had, this if that's the next level, I definitely want a part of it. It's just an amazing. It's like calm and tranquility and energy and power all at the same time. Just a burst of the sun, as as it's just a huge impact on me. I feel like everything has been washed away, just in that 10 minutes of looking at this tree. But also, another thing, the element of incorporating into the meditation, eliminating all thought, or and making the attempt to eliminate that thought, that chatter, that mental chatter that goes on in our brains. And I can do that with my eyes open, and it's a completely different kind of meditation than I was initially thinking meditation was. I don't know much about meditation. I don't want to pretend like I do. I don't really meditate that much. If I feel a need, I will. It's on my daily list of things to do. But my meditations have been putting on a meditative music and kind of walking slowly around the parking lot, maybe following lines in the parking lot, and kind of losing myself to the thought, to the music, and to the feeling. But now stopping to concentrate on not thinking. And as soon as I do that, I'm overwhelmed with this, what I can only describe as, again, the thing that can't be named, the Tao, the Holy Spirit, whatever the word is for it. If there isn't a word for it, it's what it is. Another interesting thing I came across in the last 2 days of what I'm listening to was that life has no opposite. When if I were to ask someone right now what's the opposite of life, there's a good chance that they would say death. But death is the opposite of birth. Birth and death are all part of life. It's not an opposite to life. Birth is not an opposite to life, nor is death an opposite to life. Does life really have an opposite, or is life just the one eternal thing? And in that eternity, is that the thing that can't be named, and is the energy that I can tap into now, this clarity, this poignancy, this feeling of oneness with everything that's around me. It's almost, I mean, for lack of a better way to term it, it's almost like a high, something. Definitely not a man-made high by any means, because there's always some negative effects to that. This is just a pure, clean. Anytime I want it, I hopefully anytime I want it. This is the first day that I'm gonna say that. I'd mentioned that every now and again I'll put it on my daily goals. I write 10 goals every day, and it's feel the Holy Spirit. So now it is gonna be one of my daily goals until I can get this down. But just an amazing thing. I feel totally at ease, totally, do anything. Nothing will phase me. Just an amazing, powerful feeling that hopefully I can continue to carry on. But my question is, what does this have to do with this journey I'm on? Why am I learning this? And I know that everything unfolds in a natural pace as it's supposed to. As the Tao unfolds and gives just as we need it, as I need it. The ether, if I request something, the ether will give it to me. But as I'm ready, and as it becomes a necessity, as it should naturally unfold, the Tao is naturally unfolding. So this is coming to me now. I'm confused by it, but amazed by it. I sense that there's a higher, looking for the correct word there, but there's a secondary purpose that this is coming out. There's that this has come to me, and now, if it had it come to me in the first couple weeks of this project, it wouldn't have made any sense at all. Now it makes very little sense, but I'm in a position where I can accept it and try to piece it in, and try to figure out where this piece goes. But whew, I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. Day 252. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.